Right, this is the final sprint to the end. Nearly there. Try and stay awake. I know it's hard. So after you've all passed the exam, which will not be a mere formality, some of you may wish to keep up with the subject, I don't know. It would be nice if you did. One of the things I find nice about games is they actually intersect on a lot of different topics in computer science that kind of come together. And games, of course, can be quite cutting edge. You know, a lot of the graphic stuff that is done in games is real bleeding edge work. So that might be something that you wish to do. If you do, the internet's great for this now. There's just so many resources online if you want to learn other things. If anything, the problem is there's almost too much now, and it's about separating the good from the bad. But I think after a while you kind of get the gist of that. If you go and search for tutorials online about various topics, you can kind of tell whether people know what they're talking about, I think, after a little while. So there's a lot of stuff you can find online, tutorials on more advanced game development topics and stuff like that, or other classes and stuff, lots of online courses and other people who've uploaded their videos. So there's lots you can do if you want to learn this or anything else. As a potential entry point, sometimes online communities can be useful. For all of its awfulness, Twitter can actually be okay for finding little professional communities. If you're so inclined, there's a list I've made of kind of just programmers and game programmers that are potentially worth following. That's the Lamasoft guy, Jeff Minter. So there's just a bunch of people here that might be worth following if you want to try and keep up with what people are talking about or doing. I just thought you might find it interesting. Various topics here. I saw this morning before it came out. This is a kind of quite hardcore game programmer. He's very good. Talking about some of the, do you know about C++ and all the crazy kind of templates and things that you can have in that language? Game programmers hate all that stuff. So he's saying he saw someone in code actually creating type name standard remove const decal type layers to blit double colon type where he could have used an int. This is the classic example of people going a bit mental with C++, and you'll find a lot of game programmers hate that. They think it's it can be a bit insane, and they're probably right. So anyway, various interesting people here that you might... Oh, there's someone this is a Jason Scott, who's an archivist, and he's got some machine trying to run Galaga constantly to see whether it's going to... He's running it at 1,000% speed to see if it will crash. I don't know why he does these things. But anyway, that's... He does a lot of emulator work, so if you want to find emulators of old systems, these are the people at the Internet Archive who try and... you know about the MAME emulator? Multiple arcade machine emulator. MAME's a program you can download that emulates tons of old arcade machines from the past, and with a little bit of searching you can find the ROMs for those old machines, and you can basically play faithful recreations of all the old arcade games, because they're not re-implementations like the way you did it. They're actually simulating the old processors, so they make your PC simulate an ancient 1 megahertz processor from the olden days, and it just runs the original program exactly as it was, with all the same features and bugs, absolutely faithfully. It can be a lot of fun to play with MAME if you were so inclined. So that's a thing you could do. Yes, watch out though that some of these people online are they're dinosaurs. They can be kind of they can be a bit silly, but you make your own decisions as to who knows what they're talking about and who's just a boring old fart. Okay. Right, let's go on to the projects. This is the interesting part now. So I've been very pleased. I thought they turned out pretty well. The fact that it was only 3 weeks of work and small teams, sometimes thrown together, not necessarily knowing each other and just having to figure it out. And I think the results have been very impressive, so I'm happy. And here they are. I'm going to show you them. So some people did send videos as well, which is nice, but in most cases just got the playable links. The Galaxians people, they did send a video, but the game's very playable, so I'm just going to play it to show you that one. Let's get going here. Is this the right one? Yep, it is. Okay, and let's have a little go at it. Right. Right. Space to play. Now, it isn't bad. Look, I'm not really as bad at playing games as I seem to be when I do it, right? But I've got a lot of things on my mind. I'm trying to demo the game. I'm talking to you. I'm thinking about what comes next. So I have lots of excuses for why I'm bad at games. Also, I'm getting old. Oh. fucker. As I said, hold on, it's a little bit loud. Turn it down there a bit. Try that. Right, here we go again. So this is really faithful, it's really lovely, I think. Come on, you fucker. Oh, I was playing this at home and this keyboard isn't good, that's what it is. I don't like this keyboard.
Alright.
Yeah. I just want to shoot one of these flying guys to show that it can be done. Come on, there we go. There we go. No, that's too embarrassing, I have to do it again. I'm not going to allow this to... Oh, come on, hurry up. Ah, put a coin in, for fuck's sake. Start. See the way they kind of have this ripple pattern, you know, they don't just move in a totally monolithic wall, they jiggle up and down just like it does in the arcade. That's all faithful. And then they have these nice swoop attacks like that, and that's the way to do it. There we go. Wow! Oh! Anyway, this is great, I love it. Well done. The Galaxians. Icy Tower is a version of Icy Tower. These people actually made a video that's nice, so I'll play their video. The video does a good job of showing off because Icy Tower is like a simple-ish game, but they've done a good job of like finessing it to make it look somewhat more interesting than the...
Right!
It's a jumping game, you just keep jumping until you can't jump no more. You get a bounce off the side wall, nice pat of the trail. Okay, so that was that. I'll just clear some tabs here. Jump King. Jump King is this really perverse game where it's like you just jump, and it's weird. But instead of doing like a normal jump where you can move in the air, you have to hold down the key before the jump starts, and you only jump by as much as you held the key down by. It's like almost like a deliberately perverse game, but it's actually quite good the way it turned out. And they get some options menus and stuff like that. It's all quite nice. Yeah, okay, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, S is the main thing for jumping, A and D. And what was the other thing? It was, yeah, change levels, I might use that, okay. There's a smoking hot babe at the top. This terrible sexist game design, but it's probably like a retro thing, it's ironic. So here's the Jump King, and you can move him like that, and then you hold down S to make him jump, and then he jumps, and it depends on how much you held it down by as to whether he does a little jump or a big jump. And it's incredibly hard to judge it, but luckily they added a cheat for me, which is really good. The cheat shows you what your jump path's going to be. So now if I do it, you actually get to see, and this is good because it has to compute the whole parabola. So now I can see what I'm doing. So that without this, I couldn't play this game at all. So now I can cheat a little bit and kind of see where my jumps would be going, so I can actually make some progress like that. And I can either go left or right. Let me try and go right. Let's see. Right. Oh, there we go. Right. Oh, no, right. Well, now this is tricky. I need to bounce off this to get up here. There we go. Way. And I have to bounce off. Way. Oh, fuck off. Oh, it's so harsh. Oh no, stop it. It's maddeningly difficult, and the thing is, it's for such a simple. It's actually fun, even though it's like, you know, like really dumb. The mechanics so like, you know, mental. So this is quite good fun. Oh, but again, I can't spend all day. Right, is this a jumping levels key? Was it the number keys that said to jump? What was that, numpad? Alright, okay. Is that working? No, I'm pressing the numpad and I'm not going anywhere. Maybe I need to numlock it. There we go. Right, another level. Right, great. Something a bit different. Got a bad guy that I have to kind of avoid. Oh, no. Now, how do you... I'm going to have to go over there, I guess. So it's like... Oh, I see. Oh, wait. Lucky. Oh, no, come on. There we go. There. Oh, no. Oh, fuck. So it's incredibly frustrating, and I was playing this yesterday. I had a great time with it, even though it's like just punishing and kind of perverse. So that was good. Enjoyed Jump King. So they made Tetris. Tetris is good. So you all know Tetris, right? And it's got the Tetris can be a little bit tricky actually. So you got the speeding up to slow down, and you drop it. One of the things with Tetris is make sure you can rotate correctly at the extremes, because it's easy to do a rotate that would throw you off the screen. But they've got that fixed. They didn't originally, but I spotted it and they fixed the bug. So now you can do it without it overflowing at the edges. And it basically Tetris it's not perfect. The gravity thing isn't quite right. Sometimes when a row gets deleted, the ones above it don't fall down. Don't know if that's a mistake or if they just didn't get the time to do that. But it's still a perfectly credible version of Tetris. I'll just show you how brilliant I am at it. There we go. Stick that in there. Why not? Oh, I pressed the wrong key. Classic Tetris error there. I meant to spin and I ended up dropping it. So that's put me in the shit. Oh, I'm in trouble now. Okay. I just need to show you a line being taken away to prove that they've got that part implemented. Kind of important for Tetris, right? Over here. Well, no, I'm going to... right, okay, I'm going to waste it. Put that there so that one drops in there, because you can see who's coming next. Hey! But you see, it didn't actually fall, which it's supposed to do, but never mind. It's still good. It's just... Oh, and then I think it ends up... It can kind of... There are bugs, right? But it's perfectly decent, though. I mean, it's, I don't expect these things to be perfect, because you've not quite had enough time to do them to a professional level polish, and it's still good. So it's Tetris, right? Okay, yeah. It's unusual Tetris. It's okay, don't worry about it. Right, Spelunky, maze jumping around game. It takes a little bit too long to demo this one, but here's a little guy up here. Oh, is it? We think he needs cursor keys, yeah. This little fella, and he jumps about, and he jumps over things. Try to get the key, get out of the level. Procedurally generated levels. I presume they're doing something to make sure the key is always reachable. Which they seem to do. There we go. The jump mechanic's a little bit strange sometimes, but I'll let you away with it. This snake's a bit of a problem. Well, there we go, haha. And then you can demolish your way through it by dropping bombs, if I remember how to do that.
Yeah, is that X key?
Yep, okay, let me just... where's my... Yeah, there we go. So I'll put the bomb. Tick, 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 tick. Right, there we go. And, well, I keep me... Jump, yeah, I keep fucking that up. Another one. Jump over here. That lets me kind of get down the map a bit more quickly. So I can get down to the end, which I guess is this door here. Ta-da! What do I have to do? Slightly glitchy. It takes you on to the next level and then it plays the victory tune for the previous level, which makes it a little bit confusing. Okay, and we get a new level and it continues. So it's Spelunky. Look, it's got things and traps and stuff. It's good. It's Spelunky. Well done. Lode Runner, another kind of old kind of maze game, a kind of slightly Pac-Man-ish type thing, but not quite. You go and collect these things, and you can dig holes. Bad guys fall in, which is good. And you run over here, and you can go down ladders and shit. Here, go across this little handrail thing. Well, hey. Oh no! Oh, it killed me. Okay. Ha. Oh shit. That's harsh. Oh, what am I going to do here? Wait. Ha. Right, go up here. I can't get it. Is anyone who worked on this here? Because I can complete this, but it doesn't go to the next level, and I don't know if that's a mistake or if it just isn't the next level yet. Because I've picked up all the shit. What else am I supposed to do? Do you have to kill it? Anyway, but that's it's there. I'll need to just check whether I'm missing something. It says level 0, which made me think there should be a level 2, but maybe I'm overlooking something. Anyway, perfectly nice little maze run around thing. And here's the bullet hell game. I think because it's kind of hard to play this one, I'll just let them use the video to show you what bullet hell looks like. Right. This is the one that had some slowdown problems, can't imagine why. But they managed to fix it, so it's good. So this is the boss's health bar up here. You see I'm quite hard to kill. It stops just before they kill me, I don't know why. Okay, but fair enough. So that's bullet hell. And there's more. This version of Donkey Kong, I find I'm not good at this, unfortunately, so I can only show you briefly. I get killed too much. I need to get better at this, but you know, you go up and you do the Donkey Kong things, and this is a little bit tricky because the platforms are not totally horizontal, so it's a bit trickier than some of the other games for dealing with the no. Yeah. So I haven't really completed it yet. I'm going to have to keep practicing this one, but it's there were some problems with some problems with frame rate sensitivity on this one, but they seem to have got them fixed now, so that's quite good. And you can pick up the hammer thing as well. That's what lasts for a certain amount of time and lets you hit the thingies like that. So but you can't climb the ladders while you've got that. Oh, and it got anyway. It's pretty good, you know, perfectly decent. Just a basic kind of Donkey Kong-y thing. This started as a Space Invaders thing, but ended up becoming a bit more elaborate. It turned out kind of interesting. See, there's quite a lot going on here. A bunch of things. Yeah. Oh, by the way, some of the games have kept all of my ridiculous diagnostic features. You don't need to do that. You're better to take them off, right? Like, I'm not going to give you extra marks for the flashing box feature that you added to your game, right? That's just retarded. But it's me that's retarded, so don't worry about it. Anyway, let's just play the game. Flipping box power up. Whoa, flipping boxes! That's rubbish! Right, okay. Switch off clearing. Can we do that? No, they haven't done that. Okay. So I really like this. It's maybe a little bit too easy. You can shoot the bullets. So I think it could maybe do with if the enemy bullets couldn't be shot, so you had to avoid them. That would maybe be better, but it's really good. Invaders. Right, Bomberman. This, by the way, is fine, but it's not at all obvious that it starts here. It's like, well, what do I do? I'm pressing key on ASD, nothing's happening. You press enter to start, which is like totally non-obvious, by the way. I figured it out. So you go and you explode these bombs like that, and then things blow up. Right, kill the guys. Yeah. Oh, ah, shit. Right, yeah. So you do this until you kill all the guys and you open up a tunnel somewhere. It probably takes too long for me to show you that, but it does work. Rubbish. So it's good. It's Bomberman. Right. Someone did Super Metroid. This is quite elaborate, this one. So we've got all this stuff here. Yeah. Okay. Right, so there's the Metroid guy. Very nicely animated, got all this nonsense going on. There we go, there we go, there we go. So this has got, like, obviously scrolling within the kind of little, you know, safe zone scrolling area, just like I showed you in one of the lectures. I implemented that. But they've also got level flipping as well, so it's not just scrolling, it's the paging as well, like that. So it pages, and then you can here. Oh yeah, what's the shoot key? I forgot. Okay. Whoa, scary. Oh, well, whatever, fuck it, doesn't matter. So there is a boss, but I'm not good at this. I'll put the hitboxes on so I can see what I'm doing. Right. There's a health bar thing in there, I think I need to... oh, come on. This is just too much pressure, I can't handle this. Oh, come on, fuck off. Oh. Get him. Hey! Whoa! Brilliant. So that's it, I think. It's just like one level and one boss, but it's super good. Oh, yes, that was excellent. Switch the debug off. Right, okay. Metroid. Someone did R-Type, or a bit of R-Type. It's not the full thing. It's enough. It's good. I need to cheat for this one because it's hard. What's the health cheat? Is it 1? Yeah. Okay. Let me do that. I need to get lots of extra points to get me extra shit. Right. Oh fuck. Oh, it is like the real arcade game. Super punishing. Whoa.
Just hold down 1 to get a lot of...
Yeah, that's the right approach. Yeah, there we go. That's what I meant to do. Nice.
It was a hell playtesting this.
Yes. Oh, also, the thing about R-Type is if you hold down, you get a big gun, so you can do the big shoot. I should try and show you that when the next wave comes on. Oh, you fucker! That's so harsh. There we go. Oh, it's hard though. Have I held down 1 enough? Yeah, I've got lots. Right, so in the real game you'd be in the maze by now. There's only a little part of the maze here, but that's okay. It's enough to show the principle. There's somebody in here for me to fight in a second.
You can hold 2 to speed up.
2? Oh. Alright, okay. Oh, well done. Oh! Thanks! Fuck's sake. Ow! Right, so then... right, okay. Just up, down. Fucking get him. Right. Oh, no. Yeah, right. This is rough for me. It's like, I'm really pleased to really make one of my favourite games, but I'm really disappointed that I'm rubbish at it. It's kind of like, you've outplayed me.
I think it's better just
Oh, you just like that? Okay. Oh. Fucking hell. There we go. Hey! I did really well. I'm good at games. Okay. And finally, a version of Contra. Space.
Not really Contra.
Yeah, well, it's called Contra. It's inspired by the concept of Contra. You have to press space to...
Yeah, because the audio won't do anything.
Right, now I'm bad at this as well. So, what's new there? Okay. Oh, fuck off. Oh, shit. Oh, bastard.
Nobody ever figured out you can shoot upwards and they can't get down.
Yeah, I know, it's a technique thing. I'm not. Shut up. No, right, okay, let's just do the shooting up thing. Right, oh, good. Got it. Right, that's what I should have done. Right, okay. Then shoot down. So this is pretty good, right? Well, there we go. Let's just run along here and show you some stuff.
So I know why this area lags.
Oh, no, yeah, okay, why does this area lag?
Because one of the guys stuck a secret cave full of about 40 enemies
Right,
underneath it.
and it's running that all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not all the time. It doesn't lag initially because it's not
Populated.
spawned yet.
Yeah.
But
It's
it
just-
doesn't kill enemies because we want you to be able to go backwards.
Yes, okay, I didn't notice that. There's a secret tower along the top that you
Yeah,
can get to.
if you restart,
Yeah.
it's like a-
Well, okay, I don't know if we'll get enough time for that, to be honest, but...
the thing is, it's at the very beginning.
Right, okay. Right, tell me what to do then.
Stand space.
Yeah. Is it going to... Yeah, okay.
There you go.
Right, tell me what to do.
The wall behind you and jump.
Right, so what up here? Ah, ha, ha. I didn't know about that part of it.
There's one over there.
No. Right, where did I go?
It will drop you down.
Oh, this takes me down.
Yeah.
Ah, is it that way? I thought...
So, the reason it's
Right.
lags is because of this.
Right, okay, well done. Okay, well done. Well done. What? Yeah. Bloody idiots.
Yeah, so you should have limited the spawn range.
Yes. But, you know, I mean, well done, but also ridiculous. Right, nicely done. So look, I mean, these are all really good, right? Well, so I'm super impressed. So that is your games. Also, someone sent me this a few weeks ago. Apparently there's like a student game award thing that's going around that you might be interested in applying for. I think a lot of these games would have a chance, maybe with a bit more polish, just to finish them off. I don't know too much about this, but it's just a little competition you can enter. So if any you want to maybe just, if you already got a game, maybe you just need to put a lick of paint on it and try submitting it. Up to you. The submission is the end of the year, I believe. So you can always try it if you want. Okay, all right, what else? Yeah, so if you want to do more games, then fine, have a go at another one. If you've done a space shooter, try a platformer or whatever, try a different genre if you're wanting to have a bit of fun. It's this kind of thing where you do improve the practice, so if you're interested in doing it, you know, the more you do, the more you learn. There's some missing comment there. Oh yeah, the other thing is, if you want to just check whether you've actually remembered stuff, a cool thing to do is, like, you know, I realise you've got other courses to do and other life interests, right? But if you come back in a couple of months and think, could I still write Breakout? Just to remind you, did it sink in? That might be a little exercise to do if you want to check your knowledge. There are other things you can do. Maybe the next step for some of you would be going to 3D, just combining the knowledge you have here how to make games with anything you would learn in a 3D graphics course. I did claim at the start that going to 3D was easy. You just add another D, you just stick Zs in various places. There's actually a little bit more to it than that. But it turns out that nowadays, this wasn't true until fairly recently, you can actually do decent 3D stuff on the web in JavaScript. You don't have to go into, like, you don't have to drop into C anymore. There's a thing called WebGL, that allows you to express kind of 3D graphic stuff. In fact, there are even newer things than that now, but you can in fact do kind of interesting 3D stuff in JavaScript in a web browser like this. Takes a while to page everything in, but look, it's it's stuff in it. Various demos here, and you can muck about with these things here. Oh, is that where they put them in? Oh, kind of stupid options. Can just change various settings here. I can actually hear the fan switching on though, so it is actually stressing out this crappy university computer a little. But the point remains, you can do 3D stuff if you were so inclined. Oh my god, that really is, you have a fan? That's bad. Okay, never mind. So I mean, I hope you found the JavaScript experience tolerable. It's not like everyone's first choice for a game development language, but I think it's turned out okay, for the main reason being that when you get the game at the end, you can just click on a link and play the game. No installers, no compatibility crap. It basically just works. Easy to send it to your friends and so on. So, I mean, did people find it was okay to do the course in JavaScript? Yeah.
Eccentricities.
Yeah, exactly. That's I think once you've kind of learned some of the warts and unusualness, it's perfectly reasonable. Having said that, real high performance stuff, usually, you still have to get beyond that. Most professional games are done in C++ these days. Some exceptions to that, but that's basically the way pro stuff is done. Okay, one last thing. This is, I want to have some way of finishing it, so I wanted to finish with a little video. And the sort of theme, if there has been a theme today, has been passing, so I wanted to pass the exam. So I was thinking about that, and it reminded me of the story of King Solomon, who once played a trick on his aides by asking them to locate a mythical, and as it turned out, non-existent magic ring, which had the theoretical property that it would make a sad man happy and a happy man sad. After many months of searching, one of the aides returned, bearing what he claimed to be such an ornament. It was a very plain, simple ring. It wasn't supernatural at all. It wasn't really magical. It just had an inscription on it. And the inscription, which would make a sad man happy and a happy man sad, was the phrase, "This too shall pass." So don't super stress about the exam. If things go badly, it's not the end of the world. And if things are going great, they won't go great forever. I'm telling you. So this too shall pass. I want to finish off with a little video on that theme. I don't know if you've seen it. Have you seen the video for This Too Shall Pass? Anyone seen it? Oh, good. You haven't seen it. So this is just a video for a pop song. It's called This Too Shall Pass, named after this phrase. It's what's called a Rube Goldberg machine. You know what that is? Or in Britain, we sometimes call them Heath Robinson machines. It means the same thing. So a Rube Goldberg machine is like a super elaborate machine, like ridiculously overcomplicated, that does something really simple. And it kind of reminds me of computer programs sometimes, when you go and look at them and you see the mess that they are inside, what they're trying to achieve. And it's good and bad. Sometimes it's like beautiful, intricate mess. Other times it's just mess. So computer programs always make me think of being Rube Goldberg machines. So here's a super complicated Rube Goldberg machine that's trying to do something very simple in a very complicated way. It also appears to be filmed in a single shot. Actually, I think there are a couple of secret edits in it, but it does a pretty good job of looking like it's done in one continuous shot to solve this simple problem in an elaborate way. So here we go. This too shall pass. And remember, that's not really yellow. The end.